Welcome to Webb City Cardinals basketball on KNEO 91.7 FM with live audio and video online at kneo.org. This broadcast is a sporting outreach of the KNEO Sports Network. You're now locked into the official pregame show for the Webb City Cardinals. Now let's go to the game site for all the action.
And a pleasant good evening to you from Webb City High School. We're at the Cardinal Dome tonight as your Webb City Lady Cardinals set to take on the Parkview Lady Vikings. Cardinals come in with a 15-7 record. Parkview Lady Vikings looking for their first win of the season, come in with an 0-20 record. Scott Boudreau here with you this evening, along with Dimitri Lloyd and Will Hedrick. Daniel Moore back at our studios, handling the master controls. But guys, an impressive win the other night against the Willard Lady Tigers. And you got to come off of that. And then what are you trying to build as you come into tonight?
You're trying to build just a consistent streak and a consistent run, Scott. You're at home, and the next couple games, I believe, are at home again. So you got another one against Ozark coming up, which is a tough opponent. But now you're just trying to get that traction back and that consistency. I mean, they've been playing well the past two games. They're on a little two-game win streak. They're scoring more than 55 points a game. They're not starting slow, and they're finishing all the way through. And everyone's shooting with confidence. That's the most important thing.
We'll hear a little bit later from head coach Grant Barrett, but I thought coming out of that game against Willard, their attention to the game plan really paid off for them. They shut down the three-point ball after Willard made some early.
Oh yeah, they're definitely doing a lot of things right with Coach Grant Barrett. You can tell they're really listening to him. They're really buying in to the game plan because they know that he knows what he's doing. And so when you have that kind of trust with your coaches and your players, you can really go a long way. Even if you don't have a huge skill set, you can still go a long way just with coaching and with trust in your team and coaches.
This has been a day when neither team, as far as we know, has been in school today. For the Parkview Vikings, it was just a bus ride over. But I can tell you the Lady Cardinals were here this morning, got a little shoot-around in, got a little game planning done. That's important as you prepare for any ball game. But today you took advantage of those off hours.
It's the best time. It's the best feeling. I mean, there's no school. I mean, you're out. You can focus your mind solely on the game. And like you said, in the morning, they came in here, got some extra reps, and that's perfect. I mean, where they were on the bus, just eating, getting ready for the game, mentally preparing. I mean, they're getting physical reps, mental reps on top of that inside the court they're going to play on. So, if anything, that's an advantage for them tonight, Scott.
Our countdown to tip-off brought to you by Burpo Family Chiropractic, Express RX in Webb City, and Who Hot Mongolian Grill. We'll take our first time out here, back in 3 minutes. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Every Sunday from 4 p.m. to close, it's Student Night at Who Hot Mongolian Grill in Joplin. Students of any age can bring in your valid student ID and receive 25% off your grill meal. At Who Hot Mongolian Grill, you can always enjoy a vast selection of fresh vegetables, plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Who Hot's mouth-watering signature sauces. Who Hot Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Rangeline Road in Joplin. More information online at whohot.com.
Reeves Tire and Automotive knows cars are how you navigate through your busy lives. Professionals will ensure your car is reliable to get you and your family to your destination. We provide competitive pricing and quality work on tires, wheels, oil changes, brakes, suspensions, alignments, and vehicle maintenance, all necessary to ensure your vehicle is ready to go. Family owned and operated for over 39 years, you will receive friendly, honest service, so get rolling with Reeves Tire in Joplin, Webb City, and Carthage.
Webb City Cardinal fans, did you know there's a local, knowledgeable, friendly pharmacy conveniently located at 101 West Doherty in Webb City? We are Express RX of Webb City. And the best part is we can save you up to 90% on your prescriptions from the big box stores. We make it so easy to switch. Plus, we offer free convenient services such as free delivery, drive-through, and free pill packaging. So come by and make the switch today. And go Cardinals!
Burpo Family Chiropractic is not just a place for adults, but for kids as well. From birth to geriatrics, Dr. Haley Burpo has the skills and knowledge to help patients of any age. Dr. Burpo is committed to taking time with her patients to go above and beyond to find the source of pain. To schedule an appointment, call 417-673-5555. Burpo Family Chiropractic. Once a Cardinal, now treating Cardinals. More information in names and numbers.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Price Family Insurance and Financial Services has been caring for clients since 1990 and is still here to take care of all your insurance needs, from auto, home, business, life, and health insurance to group health insurance for businesses, plus financial services. To find out more information, call the dedicated team at Price Family Insurance and Financial Services today at 417-673-8338 or stop by and see them at 100 South Main Street in Webb City. You can also learn more online at pricefamilyinsurance.com.
Back to the Cardinal Dome as the Cardinals set to play the Parkview Vikings. Got a little bit of an early start, a 5:30 start tonight. Want to get everybody home before whatever impending weather comes in, but don't have to worry about that in the Dome tonight. But breaking down this Cardinal Ball Club a little bit more tonight, Dimitri, you're facing a team that hasn't had success. What does that do for you as a player, as a coach? What are you thinking preparation-wise?
Just preparation-wise, it forces you to play more technical. Now, all of a sudden, all your skills, your plays, the trap that they've been starting to get going a little bit that we saw at Willard, everything is now under a microscope. Everything is now more all the small details are starting to get evaluated. So offensively, if a singular screen isn't right but you still score, no one's going to really kind of look at the score as much as they will, oh, the screen didn't run shoulder to shoulder. So now you're technical in that part of the game, and mentally, everyone has to be involved. I mean, we saw at Willard, they had 2 girls, Burns and Maxwell, with double-doubles, but what are they going to do technique-wise to maybe get that again, or maybe, like Sargent, push past that 20-point mark as we saw last week against Willard?
Earlier, I had a chance to visit with head coach Grant Barrett, so let's go to the Coaches Show and hear from our head coach.
And good evening, Cardinal fans. Welcome to tonight's Coaches Show. Scott Boudreau along with the head coach Grant Barrett as the Cardinals, fresh off a victory against the Willard Tigers on Friday, right back at it on a Monday night, Coach, face the Parkview Vikings. But let's go back to that Willard game for a moment. A nice come-from-behind victory, and also you had some end-of-the-game challenges that maybe some great teaching moments for you as well.
Oh, yeah. It was and they did a good job of making us alter some things that we've had some success with in prior games. So we had to go into halftime, it was tied up. We just gave up a 6-point lead there in the last minute and a half or 2 minutes. So we had to do some defensive adjustments in the second half to kind of guard the 3-point line better, because they had hit 6 in the first half against us. So I thought our girls did a great job of adjusting defensively in the third and fourth quarter, and a few of the shots that we could not get to fall in the first quarter and second, we got a few of those to fall in the third and fourth quarter. So I think that really helped us.
Overall, you continue to build on the successes you have. You come into a team in Parkview tonight that hasn't had maybe the success that a Willard has, but what's your approach coming into tonight's ball game against the Vikings?
Well, it's that point of the year where you're trying to refine the things that you think you're good at, and work a little bit on the things that you're not. But as I told our team, at this point of the year, every team, they are who they are. You can't go in and just be something you're not at this point of the year. So we're trying to really focus on the things that we we've had success with, and the things that we want to have success with going forward, and the things that we feel we need to do to make a run here in the last few weeks. They are a very athletic team, and of course it's their first year in the new conference, but they're adjusting to that, and they have a new coach and a new style. So, but we're looking at it as it's the next most important game on our schedule. So,
in terms of not looking ahead, the other benefit I would guess you get out of a quick turnaround like this is it's like tournament action, and we're not that far away from district tournament action. If you want to have success, you have to be able to play either 2 nights in a row or every other night.
Oh yeah, and us getting some rest, and we allowed the girls to get some rest, over the weekend and stuff, and we're getting back in this morning and getting a walkthrough in and getting a lot of shots up. So at this point in the year, it's as important, I feel like, to be as physically fresh and mentally fresh as anything, because you want the girls to be excited to be there, be bought into what we're trying to get done. So it is like a tournament atmosphere in that regard. So
finally, Coach, what are the keys to victory tonight against the Vikings?
As I've said all year, rebounding is number one every game for us. And we out-rebounded Willard by 9, I think it was, on Friday. So that, it was very beneficial to us. So we need to do a great job with that tonight. We also need to up our defensive intensity, I feel like, in the 3/4 court and in the half court. It depends on if we're playing our zone or if we're playing our man. We just got to make sure that becomes our identity. I would like to see us get out and transition a little bit more and transition offense, looking to kick the ball ahead. So those 3 things are what I'm going to key in on tonight. So,
Coach, good luck in tonight's ball game. We'll talk to you at halftime and after the game.
Thank you, Scott. You have a great day, and we'll see you tonight.
Singing is my career and my calling, but I'm also a mother of 4.
And as entrepreneurs, we weigh the cost of every decision.
Medical bills are no longer a worry for our family, so I can focus on my calling.
And our family.
Joining Christian Healthcare Ministries was one of the best decisions we ever made. We're the Blair family, and this is our CHM story.
Choose your doctor without network restrictions, all at an affordable price. Enroll anytime at chministries.org/enroll.
Cure those school night blues and save money at the same time. That's right! Bring the whole family to Who Hot Mongolian Grill in Joplin every Tuesday from 4 p.m. to close, and kids 10 and under eat free with a purchase of an adult grill meal. Enjoy all you can eat on a selection of fresh vegetables plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Who Hot's mouth-watering signature sauces. Who Hot Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Rangeline Road in Joplin.
Welcome you back to the Cardinal Dome here at Webb City High School as your Webb City Cardinals set to take on the Parkview Lady Vikings. It's time now for our Keys to Winning, sponsored by Missouri Southern State University, where first-time freshmen are eligible to receive up to $20,000 in scholarships automatically at Missouri Southern State University. Learn more at mssu.edu/mosomerit and apply today. Here's Dimitri and Will with our keys.
I just got one key, Scott, and then I'll throw it to Will real quick. My key is, as I said earlier, they got to play even more perfect than they ever have before. I mean, like I said, everything's under a microscope. The technique has to be perfect. Every step that they take needs to be perfect and needs to be sound and needs to be effective. Will?
Yeah, mine kind of piggybacking off of that sort of. You can't treat this game any differently than you would a game against maybe one of your rivals. This game has to be played, exactly the same. No ifs, ands, or buts.
And we'll take a brief timeout. Back with our starting lineups after this. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized, and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Webb City is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Webb City, open daily from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. Proud to support the Webb City Cardinals.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
And welcome back to Webb City High School. We're at the Cardinal Domes. Time now for our starting lineups, brought to you by Papa John's Pizza of Webb City and Reeves Tire and Automotive. First for the visiting Parkview Lady Vikings, it'll be Dee Dee Daly, along with Alina Silva, Keishla Harris, Brooklyn Haynes, and Shiloh Giles. Now the starting lineups for your Webb City Cardinals. Familiar names, all of these now. 5'10" senior Jenna Schultz, 5'7" sophomore Abby Sargent, 5'7" sophomore Whitley Keith, a 5'11" sophomore Addie Burns, and a 6'1" sophomore Adeline Maxwell. The head coach of the Cardinals is Grant Barrett, assisted by Brooke Stauffer, Kathy Harris, and Emma Floyd. Their managers are Lydia McKee and Lachelle Haywood. Cardinals getting their full video introduction here tonight, and you get down towards the end of the season like this, you kind of value every game, but particularly the ones at home. As we know, district play is coming up in about 3 weeks, and Cardinal girls will be on the road at Willard for those district. The boys district to be held here in Webb City. So both teams fighting for that position within district. The voting on that for seeding, my understanding is, happens on the 24th. So we're about a week away from that. The crowd starting to arrive here for this early start on a President's Day. You got a favorite president from history?
Oh, I'm not too political, Scott. I don't really have a favorite president, but whichever one keeps my gas cheap. That's in groceries. That's all. That's all I'm too worried about.
There you go. Well, the Cardinals and the Vikings set to do battle, and boy, you just see still the leadership of Akira Long, who out for the season with an ACL, but still out there with her starters, giving them some encouragement as Coach Grant Barrett gives them final instructions.
Oh, and it's more than encouragement, Scott. I mean, we saw the way she was able to play make and make tight passes like that. So her ball knowledge and IQ of the game is probably helping younger guards like both the Sargent girls and Keith as well.
Cody Cavness, Mike Denbo, and Aiden Ponce set to call this game, and Cardinals open the tip and a layup by Abby Sargent. Here come the Vikings against that 1-2-2 press. Stolen by Burns to Schultz. Up the floor to Sargent. Throws up a shot. No good, but she was fouled. That's going to be the challenge for the Vikings tonight. Can they handle the Cardinal pressure? Sargent will go the line for 2 shots. One thing we saw the other night, guys, how effective she was down the stretch at the free throw line. Abby Sargent makes the first.
And Scott at Willard, she shot 9 for 12 on free throws.
Yeah, she's 79% on the year. Here come the Vikings with the basketball. Harris loses it, gets it back, knocked away by Burns. They get it to Silva. She'll bring it up the floor. Double team there by Whitley Keith and Sargent. Knocked away. Silva gets it back. Now stolen by Sargent. Looks ahead to Whitley Keith. Layup no good. Rebound by the Vikings as Giles comes the other way. Lost the basketball and Sargent picks it up. Burns set up in the corner, dribbles, gets a 10-footer, won't go, but Schultz with the rebound. There's Whitley Keith, wide open for three. Off the back of the rim and over the back of the backboard. Cardinals likely to get some good transition basketball opportunities in this game. Haynes throws it in. Gets it to Silva. Back to Haynes. In the corner they go to Daly. Cross-court pass stolen by Sargent. She's tied up, but she got rid of it to Maxwell. To Schultz. Cross-court to Keith. Underneath to Burns. Top of the key. Sargent for three. It's good. Sargent on a 7-0 run here, but it's been unselfish basketball by the Cardinals early.
Oh, 100%, but it starts with the trap. I mean, the trap's been picking it up the past 2 weeks, and as you said, when it comes to seeding and it comes to district, I mean, this is the perfect time for especially defense in the CLC to start picking up.
Sargent to the right wing, Keith. Top of the key, Burns. Now Schultz. Cross court to Sargent in the corner. Looking to get it into Maxwell, but they're camping on her right now. Whitley Keith's three, no good. Rebound by Giles, but she was fouled. And Vikings will get the ball back. Cardinals lead it 7-0, 6:04 left here in the first quarter. And they get it into Cannon, Silva. And she stepped out of bounds in front of the Cardinal bench. Ryan Loudis, their coach. Cardinals with the inbounds. 2-3 zone by the Vikings. Top of the key to Burns. Three on the way. It's good. 10-0 Cardinals. Stolen by Keith. And she puts it in with the left hand, and a timeout called by Coach Brian Loudis. We'll take it with you. Back here in 30 seconds. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Papa John's Pizza in Webb City can satisfy your hunger cravings before or after the game. Stop by and pick up one of their specialty pizzas, like the Works, the Meats, or the Barbecue Chicken Bacon. Don't forget to grab a side order of breadsticks or Papa's Wings to top off your order. Papa John's Pizza in Webb City, 417-673-7272, or order online at papajohns.com or through the Papa John's app. Go Cardinals!
Welcome back to Webb City High School. We're at the Cardinal Dome tonight. Varsity action between the Lady Cardinals and the Lady Vikings of Parkview. Cardinals out to a 12-0 lead. What do you like here early?
I'm liking the defense, but more importantly, as you mentioned, the transition offense is also complementing the defense as well. I mean, the passes from the Sargent steals or from the key steals are just perfect, and they're on money.
Burns gets it off the steal by Keith. Missed her shot. Rebound by the Vikings. Silva gives it up. And the Vikings get it across half court. Lavelle in there, back to Silva. Now to Giles, down the lane against Maxwell, puts up a shot and in. 12-2. Cardinals lead it. Whitley Keith inside to Burns. Triple team, back out to Sargent. Over the top to Maxwell for an easy bucket. Nice high-low action there, Will.
Yeah, and definitely a really good pass. You saw Maxwell stick her arms up, and Abby Sargent put it right in the breadbasket.
Giles with the basketball, guarded by Maxwell. And fighting her way through traffic there was Lavelle. And underneath they go. And bucket by Haynes. There's a three on the way, and good by Whitley Keith. 17-4, Cardinals lead it. 4:18 left in the first. A steal by Sargent. On the fly was Keith. She couldn't save it. Those are all the little things you know they've worked on in practice. Trap, look ahead as much as possible. Here comes Lavelle with it. Stolen by Whitley Keith to the rack for two. 19-4 Cardinals. Silva brings it up the left side, and she gets called for double dribble. This also gives you a chance to work on your half-court offense a bit.
Oh, 100%. And the way they've brought, now they're in a little 3-2, but the way they're playing the zone, you got to feed the high post. And Maxwell and Burns, they got to have big nights tonight.
Maxwell lost the basketball, and Haynes brought it up. Now Giles has it ripped away. Haynes gets it back down the baseline, passes it inside to the floor, and a little melee, but it'll go back to the Cardinals. Good hustle there by Jenna Schultz.
And she's one of their seniors and one of their leaders, so for the younger girls coming up in the program, I mean, that's huge.
And they'll actually say the Cardinals knocked it out of bounds, so Vikings get it back. Giles, baseline jumper's good. 19-6. Sargent brings it back up the floor. Cardinals inside, over the top. Burns tried to get it to Maxwell, just overthrew her there. Up the floor to Haynes. Back to Silva for three, off the bank, no good. Giles with a rebound, and she's fouled. It'd be a shooting foul. Tell you about some of our sponsors, include Freeman Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, Burpo Family Chiropractic, Arvest Wealth Management, Snodgrass Collision Center, Reeves Tire and Automotive, Papa John's Pizza of Webb City, Who Hot Mongolian Grill, Price Family Insurance and Financial Services. Coach Barrett about to send in his first set of substitutions. Chasney Brown, Kinsey Horn, and Brecklin Sargent replace Schultz, Burns, and Maxwell. First free throw by Giles missing. Second one misses. Here comes Brecklin Sargent up the left side, gives it to Kinsey Horn. Her baseline jumper no good. Vikings will slow things up. Cardinals back into their zone in the half court. From the corner, shot no good that time by Daly. And a foul on the rebound. Brooklyn Haynes, her first. Second team foul. And now Burns will check in for Whitley Keith. Giles checks out for the Vikings as Casper checked in. In the corner for Sargent. Down the baseline, gives it to Burns. Her shot blocked, picked up by Chesney Brown. Well, how many times have you seen that this year when Chesney Brown's in the game?
Well, she's done that a lot. She's really athletic. She can jump really well, but she's not super big, so she can kind of sneak around you and where you don't know where she's at, and then before you know it, she's flying through the air getting a rebound.
Chesney Brown knocks down the free throw. And second one good. 21-6, the Cardinals lead it. Here come the Vikings, nearly stolen by Brown. Down the baseline goes Haynes and loses it out of bounds. Substitution for the Vikings. Giles returns. 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. Abby Sargent brings it up the floor. 21-6, the Cardinals lead it. In the corner to Sargent. Back to Kinsey Horn on the right wing. Looking for Brecklin Sargent to make a move. They swing it to Sargent. She'll dribble down the lane, up with the right hand. Good. Nice screen inside that time, and she found the open spot.
I mean, Scott, in the only downside besides shooting threes all day in the 3-2 zone is the corner three is always open. And so if you can get your man in the middle, and that time had to be Chasney. She set a perfect back pick, and Sargent was able to work her magic, and she's got one of the best playmaking in the conference. So that right there was bread and butter.
Abby Sargent checks out. Whitley Keith checks back in. 1:30 left here in the first. 23-6, Cardinals lead it. Inside they go to Giles. She's going to walk with it, and it'll go back to the Cardinals. Brecklin Sargent will bring it up the floor for the Cardinals. Over to Whitley Keith. Tried to get it inside on the cut. Stolen by the Vikings. Bounce pass in the lane. Missing the shot. It was challenged late. That was Haynes putting it up. Here comes Whitley Keith in the corner to Brecklin Sargent. Long two, no good. Burns fights for the rebound. Gets it back to Sargent. Hook shot. No good, but she's fouled that time. And she's shown on that drive down the lane. We've seen her go left and right with that shot.
Oh, 100%. I'm sure that her and Abby, I'm sure they went at it growing up, going in the backyard. I mean, they got the same kind of Euro step as well, and they got the same acceleration off that pivot.
First free throw no good by Brecklin Sargent. And second one in there, 24-6, the Cardinals lead. 51 seconds left here in the first quarter. Cardinals back in their full court pressure. Nearly losing it out of bounds was Lavelle, but got it free for a moment. And then Haynes steps on the sideline. Great trap there and using the sideline as your third defender.
Oh, 100%. In a trap like this, I mean, Coach Barrett probably says all the time, that third defender is probably their most important defender. I mean, you can seal them off in the trap and stay shoulder to shoulder, but the sideline is going to be your best friend.
Burns with the shot from the left elbow is good. 26-6. 30 seconds left here in the first. Cardinals, Horn and Brecklin Sargent trapping. And a tie-up between Brecklin Sargent and Rachel Lavelle. It'll go back to the Vikings. They get it inbounds to Daly. Now back across to Giles, has it knocked away. On the floor, picked up by Chesney Brown. Ahead to Brecklin Sargent. Bounce pass to Chesney Brown. And she was fouled. She'll go back to the free throw line. Again, good push, good recognition of a 3-on-1 situation.
Yeah, but on that one, just the spacing was a little off. If you're going to be on the backside block or if you're Chesney Brown filling in the middle, just kind of hang back a little and just kind of let the spacing and the passing develop just a little bit more.
First free throw good by Chesney Brown. And second off the back iron. Rebound Brecklin Sargent. Whitley Keith for two. No good. And Brown fighting for the rebound. It'll go back to the Cardinals as she was tied up with Daly. The alternate possession means a baseline out of bounds for the Cardinals. Oh, thrown away. And that'll end the first quarter at the end of one. It's the Cardinals 27, the Parkview Vikings 6. Back here in 30 seconds, you're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
The Webb City Booster Club is proud to support Webb City student athletes. The Booster Club works with parents, community volunteers, and businesses to enrich the experience of Webb City High School athletics. They would like to encourage anyone interested in making an impact on our student athletes to consider joining the Booster Club. If you are an individual, family, or business and would like more information on joining the Boosters, you can stop by the Booster trailer that is at all Cardinal home games, or you can find them on Facebook at Webb City Athletic Booster Club. Webb City Booster Club wishes all their athletes an amazing year. Go Cards!
With Dimitri Lloyd and Will Hedrick as the Cardinals lead at 27-6. Daniel Moore back at our studios to tell you about some more of our sponsors, including Big Nickel, ProLube Maintenance Center, Madison Pet Clinic, Roderick Insurance Agency, Baker Davis Roderick CPAs, Missouri Southern State University, Webb City Booster Club, Dairy Queen of Webb City, Express RX in Webb City, Body and Soul Transformation, Nick Myers CPA, and Crowder College. Here to take you through the second quarter, my good friend, Dimitri Lloyd.
Thank you, Scott. I'll have a little bit of help from Will, and we'll see how this one goes. I'm excited for the opportunity. Thank you. Haynes in to throw it in for the Parkview Vikings. Over to Harris. Harris trapped. Cardinals showing off their half-court trap. Three goes up, blocked by Burns, rebounded by the Vikings again. Picked up by Keith in the corner to the high post. Giles has it. Shot goes up off the front rim, no good. Rebounded by the Vikings, tied up by Burns, and it'll be Webb City Cardinal ball. Will, what'd you like defensively about that possession right there?
Well, I like the block, of course, by Burns, and then the pursuit of the ball to get the tie up, and now Burns for three is no good.
Rebounded by the Lady Vikings. Giles take it up the court, closely guarded by Sargent. Over to the top, Silva. She brings it back up, sets the offense back up. On the wing, guarded closely by Brown. In the low block, Giles puts up a shot, no good. Gets her own rebound off the left side, no good. Rebounded by Brown. Over to Sargent, pushing up on the left side. On the fast break, over to Burns on the right block. Shot goes up and good.
Well, that was good vision right there. It was kind of a no-look pass. She knew that Burns was open, but didn't look at her right away.
And Dimitri, you talked about it earlier. She slowed down her run down that right side.
Yes, sir, Scott. It's the spacing is more important thing. And like you said, 2-on-1 or 3-on-1, you work on those in practice. Spacing is more important than the actual shot or pass. The ball goes out. It'll remain Lady Vikings ball as 6:41 left on the clock. Webb City Cardinals up 29-6. Couple of substitutions in the game for Lady Cardinals. Number 43, Adeline Maxwell. And 12, Jenna Schultz. Lady Cardinals tip out of bounds. It'll remain Lady Vikings ball. Foul on the play, on the shooting foul. Looks like they'll get Sargent on the shooting foul going up, and that'll send Silva to the line shooting two.
Pam Drake at Roderick Insurance Agency is proud to support the Webb City Cardinals. Roderick Insurance Agency has served the area since 1945, located at 108 North Main Street in Webb City, offering insurance plans, including auto, home, business, and more from a variety of companies. For more information, call 673-1242 or online at RoderickInsuranceAgency.com.
Silva's first shot was good. Second shot, no good. And I believe they'll get a lane violation on the Lady Cardinals, and that'll allow Silva to shoot one more free throw.
Well, Scott, we saw plenty of lane violations up in Willard. 2 free throws taken away back-to-back. Cardinals need to get rid of those.
Is there extra shots no good? Well, it's not like the NBA. In the NBA, they can kind of walk all over the paint and be fine. Oh. Maxwell's pass inside, out to Keith at the top. 3-point, no good. And it'll go back to the Lady Vikings. As I was saying, Will, I mean, you watch a couple of the NBA games, especially the All-Star game. I mean, before the shot's even up, they're already either taking out the ball or they're just kind of walking around. So it's a lot different in high school.
We talked about the development of Adeline Maxwell. That time Coach Barrett said, hey, turn around, shoot that thing. I need you to play that big post so they have to respect it.
And Scott, I mean, she's 6'1", probably 6'2" with basketball shoes on. I mean, she's a presence down there, and she's got to be able to develop and get better as the year goes on. Giles shot no good. Rebounded inside by Harris. Harris shot's no good. Rebounded by Maxwell. Over to Sargent on the left side. Dribbling on the fast break. Goes inside. Euro step. Left hand up and no good, but she gets a blocking foul. She'll go to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, I like the way they spread out as they form the lanes. Kenzie Horn kicks to the corner 3 on the left side, and then you had Schultz coming down that right side.
Sargent's first shot is up and good. Number 31, Nevaeh Casper, will check into the game for the Lady Vikings. Sargent to shoot her second free throw. It's up and good. 5:55 left to go in the second quarter. Lady Cardinals up 31-7. Lady Vikings will take care of the ball. Coming up the floor is Silva. At the top, resets the set. Closely guarded by Horn. Cardinals in a little bit of a deny man, Will. I mean, I mentioned it kind of in the boys game. Think about a deny man is the passing lanes. There's no passing lanes open. Sargent gets the steal on the fast break all the way on the right side. Rolls off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded by the Lady Vikings. Silva has on the right side. Trap following. Poked behind by Sargent. Stolen by Keith. Keith will take it up. Closely guarded. Thrown into the front court for Horn. Horn gazes. Throws it into the corner for Schultz. Schultz brings it to the wing. Passes it to Sargent. Sargent skip past the Horn in the corner. Dribbles it out. Penetrates into the lane. Over to Keith in the corner. Her three-point goes up. No good. Rebounded by Maxwell. Tipped around. And they'll say off Lady Vikings. And they'll say Lady Cardinal ball.
Abby Sargent set to check in for the Cardinals. Whitley Keith, and she'll get the baseline out of bounds play set up here.
Sargent looking around, throws it to Schultz in the corner. Pump fakes, dribble drives. Shot goes up, no good. Maxwell on the rebound, blocked by the Lady Vikings, but they'll say foul. And Adeline Maxwell will go to the line for 2 shots.
And the other reason you want Adeline Maxwell, putting up those shots in the post. She's been good at the free throw line.
Her first shot goes up, rolls around, is good. And Scott, what's her free throw average on the year?
She's a little over 58%, but I'm just saying the last few games, I think you see the trend is above that. So 2 for 2 there, 33-7, the Cardinals lead.
Haynes to bring it up, closely guarded by Sargent. Rolls off the screen, over in the wing, stolen away by Sargent. Pass up the court to Abby Sargent, grabbed by Horn, left side, shot goes up, no good. Rebounded by Silva. Silva will take it up for the Lady Vikings on the left side, closely guarded by Sargent. On the right wing, entry pass, poked away by Schultz, got Sargent. Over to the other Sargent, into Horn on the left side. Her shot goes up, no good. Rebounded by the Lady Vikings. Casper will take it up into the high post for Giles. Giles pump fake, left block. Shot goes up over Maxwell, no good. Maxwell gets the rebound. Sargent gets it. Baseball pass up to the front court for Horn. Into Schultz on the right side. Schultz goes up. Free throw shot, no good. Silva will bring it out for the Lady Vikings and get everything restarted.
3 transition opportunities for the Cardinals come up empty, but you like the effort all the way around.
Tipped away by Horn. Got back by the Vikings. Her shot goes up, no good. Rebounded by Daly. Trapped in the right block. Stolen away by Sargent. Sargent passed to Abby Sargent in the front court. Off the right side and good.
Brecklin knew where Abby would be, and perfect pass.
100%, Scott.
A timeout on the floor with 3:34 left here in the second period. The Cardinals lead 35-7. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Back with more Cardinal basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Body and Soul Transformation, located at 1703 Falcon Suite C in Webb City, is a 10,000 square foot, 24-hour fitness center and specialized personal training facility. They offer a variety of group fitness classes. They now accept silver sneakers and have classes for seniors. They also hold kids and youth events. They have something to offer everyone in the family and even have a kids zone for busy parents. Body and Soul Transformation in Webb City, 417-553-0757 or online at bodysoultransformation.com.
Welcome back, Cardinals fans, to the Webb City Cardinal Dome. The Lady Cardinals are in the second quarter with 3:34 left to go against the Parkview Lady Vikings, up 35-7. And Will, what have you been liking from the Cardinals so far?
Well, I've liked their consistency with passing. They're being unselfish. They know that this is a game to get everybody involved. It's not a one or two man show, at least not for this game. So. These girls, they love each other. They're like family. They want to get everybody involved, and I think that's great. That's great for team building. It's great for the coach to see that. So we like to see that.
Yes, sir. Lady Vikings turned it over. Lady Cardinals in the front court. Schultz passing to Maxwell, no good. Rebounded, put back, but they'll say over the back on Maxwell. And Will, as we were saying earlier, she's taller than everyone out there, bigger than everyone out there. But like I said in the pregame, it comes down to technique. You may be the best or the biggest team, but if your technique's not right on the box side right there, you won't get that call. Giles on the left side, shot goes up, no good. Rebounded by Schultz. Over to Sargent, but the pass was just a little too behind, but they'll say tipped away by the Lady Vikings, and they'll say Lady Cardinal ball.
Snodgrass Collision Center is honored to serve the area and support our local schools located at 1604 East 4th Street in Joplin, specializing in complete body and frame repair, four-wheel alignment, and paintless dent repair. Snodgrass Collision Center, 781-7774. Proud to support the Webb City Cardinals in tonight's game.
Lady Cardinals in the front court. Maxwell's pass over to the wing for Chazzy Brown. A little too high, and they'll say Lady Viking ball. Will, on that one, Maxwell has it in the low block, and you saw Jenna Schultz just a little bit in the same area as we talked about spacing, but on that one, if you're Chazzy Brown, and spacing-wise, if it's a 2-on-1, 2-on-2 situation, she's got to come to the high post, and you can hit Schultz down there in the low block.
Yeah, and that's kind of, just an experience thing. A lot of these girls, they're pretty young, Jenna Schultz being the only active senior playing. So, and as these girls, they play along more, and Chasney, she's just a freshman. She'll have plenty of time to grow and learn as she gets maybe a few more years with Coach Barrett and along with these other girls. So, it's just an experience thing. It's just something that you'll have to pick up and learn.
Caitlin Maxwell checked in for the Cardinals, replacing her sister Adeline.
Ball tipped away by Abby Sargent, and it'll remain Lady Viking ball on the close sideline for the Cardinals. Giles to throw it in, throws it into the low block for Silva, and they'll get Chasney for reaching around. Sky, like I've been saying all night, it's a technique thing. They're up 32, they're up about 30 points right now, and like you talk about with Will, you can't get silly over the back fouls. You can't get silly reach-in fouls just like that right there.
Yeah, you want to maintain your intensity and just good positioning. There's a steal in the corner by Abby Sargent. She'll get out of traffic.
Throws into the front court for Sinclair, over to Burns. Burns, right shot off the right block is good off the glass. Lady Cardinals up with 2:10 left to go, 37-7 against the Lady Vikings. Silva will bring it up to the front court, closely guarded by Brown. Over on the right wing, looking around, trying to set some offense up, get the screen by Giles. Over to Casper. Casper drives right side, layup no good, rebounded by Sinclair. Over to Sargent on the right side, she'll bring it up. Looking to set up the offense. Has a wide open lane, shot goes up, no good, gets her on rebound, over to Burns in the corner. Burns drives it, but is fouled by Daly. They'll believe they'll get her on the ground, Will. And biggest thing about that is if you're Abby Sargent or if you're Coach Barron, I think you want to take that floater right there before she goes into about 3 or 4 Lady Vikings.
Yeah, and, she saw that the lane was open, but, just seeing that you're not going to be able to just walk through most likely. So taking the wide open jumper would be smart.
Sargent's pass to Burns on the block. Shot goes up and no good. Rebounded by Giles. Silva will take it in the front court, guarded by Brown. Over to the right wing. Loses it a little bit, closely guarded by Chasney Brown still. Over to Cannon, guarded by Sargent. Cannon will drive on the right side. Shot goes up against Maxwell. Rolls around and good.
Well, that's the ultimate challenge right there. Cannon didn't back down. Maxwell tripped up late. She gets it underneath. Her shot no good. Who's there for the rebound? Chasney Brown.
100%. It's just like Will was saying earlier. I mean, she's so just athletic. She's so technical. I mean, she just flies around. You look left too many times. I mean, she's flying right by you. Sargent to throw it into the basket, into the corner for Sinclair. Sinclair's corner three goes up, no good. Rebounded by Giles. And she'll take it up in the front court for the Lady Vikings. Over to Haynes. Haynes on the right corner. Cannon in the corner. Poked away by Sinclair. Sinclair on the left side, dribbles it up. Poked away by the Lady Vikings, and they'll remain Lady Cardinal ball. Scott on that one, I mean, you just got to take it all the way to the basket. I don't know if they're trying to set up a little bit of offense with 50 seconds left, but if you're Sinclair, you got to take all the opportunities you can get and go get yourself a little bucket.
Yeah, needed to angle herself towards the middle a little bit. There's a three by Chasney Brown. She's got 6 on the night.
Well, we know Chasney doesn't score a lot of points, but when she does, it's huge. She's come into the game and she's hit quite a few, motivation threes we've seen a lot before.
Their energy points, Will, but more importantly, she's playing the primary ball handler. So if you're on the bench right now, I mean, that hypes you up, and when you get in, you're excited to play with a player like that. Giles' shot goes up, no good. Rebounded by Burns. 20 seconds left. Sargent brings it to the front court, sets up the offense. Has Burns in the corner. She sets up. Shot goes up, no good. Rebounded by Maxwell. Shot goes up again, no good. Tipped around. Sinclair saves it. Silva takes it. 7 seconds left. Closely guarded by Burns. Silva has on the right wing. 4 seconds left. 2 seconds left. Giles has it on top. Shot goes up off the front rim and no good.
And at the end of the first half, it's the Cardinals 40. The Lady Vikings from Parkview 9 will come back with our halftime show after this. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network. Back here in 3 minutes.
Burpo Family Chiropractic is not just a place for adults, but for kids as well. From birth to geriatrics, Dr. Haley Burpo has the skills and knowledge to help patients of any age. Dr. Burpo is committed to taking time with her patients to go above and beyond to find the source of pain. To schedule an appointment, call 417-673-5555. Burpo Family Chiropractic, once a Cardinal, now treating Cardinals. More information in names and numbers.
Webb City Sports is sponsored by Nick Myers, certified public accountant, located in Webb City at 2nd and Main, next door to City Hall, offering tax preparation and planning for personal and business taxes. Plus, they offer bookkeeping services and QuickBooks setup and training services. Open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Nick Myers CPA at 2nd and Main in Webb City, with offices also in Joplin and Anderson. More information online at nickmyerscpa.com or 417-673-4200.
At ProLube Tire and Auto Center, we know what it means to rely on your vehicle. We race all year and know how to get that extra inch out of every part. Precision, quality, and reliability are not just words to us. It's what we do every day. We know you rely on your vehicle to perform for your family. From oil changes to full-on repairs, ProLube gives you the best racetrack team experience, so you can be worry-free.
ProLube Tire and Auto Center, where we get it right on the road and the track.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
And we welcome you back to the Cardinal Dome here at Webb City High School as the Redettes entertaining the home crowd here tonight. Cardinals lead it 40-9. We're at the half. Our halftime show brought to you by Freeman Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. We'll tell you that proudly supporting the Cardinals is Baker Davis Roderick CPAs. BDR provides payroll, bookkeeping, and bill payment services for churches and small businesses. Baker Davis Roderick is located at 920 East 15th Street in Joplin. For more information, call 782-0829 or online at bdrcpas.com. Guys, what'd you see in that first half that maybe you want to change or keep the same going into the second half, Will?
Well, I think something that needs to be worked on, of course, is finishing at the rim. We talked about it a little bit, but there's been quite a few missed layups that you'd like to see those fall in. And, you know, of course, you're leading 40-9, so the points don't necessarily matter, but just doing the repetition in game, those are still important. You don't want to fall into any bad habits going forward.
Well, to your point, you look at these stats by the Cardinals, Dimitri, what's that tell you?
From the field, I mean, they're shooting about 35%. From three-point, they're shooting about 36, but free throw-wise, they're shooting about 83. So to Will's point, they're not shooting well around the rim, but as we were talking about earlier, the spacing's a little bit off. The passes are just a little bit off, and as I was saying, everything starts to get more technical now. You're up 40-9, and you're playing with maybe someone who you haven't played with either since JV or maybe only played with a little bit in practice when you mix up the rotation. So everyone's got to get back on the same page, get back in the same rhythm, and more importantly, if you're going to take the starters out, they got to be involved on the bench. They need to be the energy, they need to be the hype, and they need to be a positive influence as some of these younger girls are on the floor competing for some more time.
We'll take another 3-minute timeout. Back with more of our halftime show brought to you by Freeman Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. The Cardinals leading 40-9. Back in 3 minutes. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Proud to support the Cardinals and serve the Webb City and surrounding areas is Madison Pet Clinic. Located at 1631 South Madison in Webb City, they specialize in pet surgery, wellness exams, and vaccinations. Open Monday through Friday 8 to 5:30 and Saturday 8 to noon. Madison Pet Clinic is a proud supporter of the Webb City Cardinals. 673-2455 or online at madisonpetclinic.com. Go Cardinals!
You know, my friend Matt and I have been best buds since the second grade. You see, Matt has lived a pretty rough life. His dad just got up and left when he was 6. His mom got cancer when he was 14. And his girlfriend basically dumped him for no reason. But you know what? There's something different about Matt. You see, he's not mad at the world because of what happened. He goes to church and he says that we weren't made to do this alone. I want what he has. Do you? Call 1-888-NEED-HIM.
Are you stressed because you don't have enough money or connections to get to where you want to go? Are you frustrated when you see your friends climbing the corporate ladder? Do you have too many bills and not enough income? Well, there is a person who understands exactly what you're going through. And the best part is, he wants to help you. That person is Jesus. Learn more. Call 888-NEED-HIM or chat with us live at needhim.org.
Have you ever felt the sting of being called out by someone? Have you ever encountered someone that claims to be Christian, but they're so judgmental and unloving that you thought, this is not for me? Are these experiences keeping you from having a personal relationship with Jesus Christ? Jesus did not live that way and wants to be a part of your life. If you're ready to learn what following Jesus is really all about and experience his love and forgiveness, then call 888-NEED-HIM or chat with us online at chataboutjesus.com.
Papa John's Pizza in Webb City can satisfy your hunger cravings before or after the game. Stop by and pick up one of their specialty pizzas, like the Works, the Meats, or the Barbecue Chicken Bacon. Don't forget to grab a side order of breadsticks or Papa's Wings to top off your order. Papa John's Pizza in Webb City, 417-673-7272, or order online at papajohns.com or through the Papa John's app. Go Cardinals!
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future.
What did you like about that first half? What did you talk to the girls about working on to start this second half?
We did a great job of getting our defensive identity there real early on, and our defensive pressure was good, which led to a lot of easy baskets for us. On the flip side, I felt like we missed in 10 to 12 easy baskets as well. So we talked about playing through contact, understanding on how we have to finish, and don't focus on getting fouled, but go up and get an and one. Like, make sure that we take care of our business on the offensive end. So,
good luck here in the second half, Coach.
I thank you very, very much.
And we'll take a 30-second break. Back with second half action after this on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Every Sunday from 4 p.m. to close, it's Student Night at Hoo-Hot Mongolian Grill in Joplin. Students of any age can bring in your valid student ID and receive 25% off your grill meal. At Hoo-Hot Mongolian Grill, you can always enjoy a vast selection of fresh vegetables, plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Hoo-Hot's mouth-watering signature sauces. Hoo-Hot Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Range Line Road in Joplin. More information online at hoohot.com.
Welcome back to the Cardinal Dome as the Cardinals and the Lady Vikings of Parkview set to battle here in the second half, and you heard it in the coach's comments there. He saw those unfinished business at the rim, and that's exactly what we talked about during the halftime show. Let's see if the Cardinals can come out with that fire that you talked about, Dimitri.
It's got to be pedal to the metal, and as we see, they got the starting 5 back in, so they're looking to send a message these first couple 8 minutes in the third quarter and hopefully get some of the younger girls in and get those cats ready to roll, but they're trying to send a message right here. They're trying to become board dominant, as some people may say.
Silva with the basketball for the Vikings, guarded by Whitley Keith. Up top they come to Harris, now inside. That's Haynes, puts up a shot, or Daly rather, and it's good. Abby Sargent in the middle of the lane to Schultz, on the wing to Burns. Through the lane she goes, dumps it down to Whitley Keith. Left-hand shot, no good. Who wants the rebound? It'll be the Vikings coming up with it as Haynes coming down the right side. Cut off there by Schultz. Giles for 2. No good. And the Cardinals coming the other way. Quickly up the floor to Schultz. And she finishes from the left side. Good rim run that time by Schultz.
I mean, she's in the right spot as we talked about spacing, but more importantly, that pass from half court, it was on a line, it was a bullet, and it was exactly as Will said earlier, in her bread basket.
42-11, the Cardinals lead it. There's a 3 and goes out of bounds. Nobody touched it. I thought for a moment maybe Harris' shot was partially blocked, but it'll go back to the Cardinals. Whitley Keith with the basketball. Man matched up there, but Harris, she was fouled.
And Scott, if you notice, the Lady Vikings and their coach, they've moved up, so kind of like a 1-2-2, similar to a 3-2, but if you're in this case, like what Burns is doing, the high post has to move up just a little bit, but now the ball movement has to be quicker as well, as Burns throws it right through Maxwell's hands.
The Cardinals head coach Grant Barrett not happy with the early execution. A timeout on the floor. We'll take it with you Back here in 30 seconds. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
So Maggie, just to be clear, this personalized RVest blueprint tells us literally when we can retire with a plan to get there?
Yep. Whoa, that's helpful.
Very helpful.
Retirement planning made easy. RVest Wealth Management. Ready to help.
Welcome back to the Cardinal Dome. Scott Boudreau along with Dimitri Lloyd and Will Hendrick. Daniel Moore back at our studios. Cardinals lead 42-11, 6:20 left here in the third quarter. Vikings with the basketball. Silva on the floor, trapped by a pair of Cardinals. It's a jump ball, and back to the Cardinals it goes. What do you think Coach was talking about during that timeout, Will?
I think he was just saying, guys, let's go. Let's pick up the intensity. We need, I don't care what the scoreboard looks like. We need to play hard all 32 minutes.
There's Burns down the lane, no good. Schultz on the rebound, then lost it out of bounds. I like the drive through traffic. That's what he was talking to me about at halftime. Making sure you can handle the amount of contact you're going to get and then free yourself for the open shot. Here come the Vikings with it. Haynes gets it out front to Harris. She goes down the lane. Her shot no good. And she traveled. It'll go back to the Cardinals. Abby Sargent over to Whitley Keith on the left. Inside they go. Jenna Schultz tried to get it in. The one thing the Vikings are doing well, it's defending the post area. Got to be crisp with the pass. Whitley Keith off the inbounds play and double dribble. Hesitated, wanted to find somebody to pass it back to, and then trying to take a second dribble. Not allowed.
I think she was just hesitant, Scott. I mean, she probably should have took that first corner three and off the sidestep. If you're going to make that move, go ahead and shoot. I mean, that's her shot, but she's probably about 1 for 4 right now from 3. But as a leader and as someone who's played varsity for a little while, she's got to be that person that just kind of gets the flow and the consistency of the shots from outside the arc going.
4 fouls now on Shyla Harris, so she'll check out. And Coach Loudis getting an explanation from Mike Denbo, one of our officials here tonight, along with Aiden Ponce and Jody Cavanis. Burns has it. Sargent on that right wing. Cardinals trying to work it inside. There's a 3 by Whitley Keith. It's good. No hesitation that time.
No, and I'm sure she probably shot that one because the first pass she almost shot it again, but that one is a little bit more comfortable. It's a little bit more in range, and it's off that left wing. And for a right-handed shooter like myself, Scott, that left wing is nice and money.
10 points on the night for Whitley Keith. And a bump that time going through the lane. And they get a second foul on Whitley Keith. Line set here on the sideline out of bounds play. They get it in to Daly. She'll put it, now Lavelle puts it up. No good. Rebound that time by Daly, up and in. 45-13 our score, 4:31 left in the third. Burns, bounce pass to Maxwell. Good interior passing there.
I mean, that's the two-man game that they've been kind of picking up as the year has gone on, and Maxwell's been in the starting lineup a little bit more. But with Burns in the high post and Maxwell down low, I mean, that's deadly. And as you said, seeding's coming up, districts are coming up, and that's going to be exciting to watch up there in Willard.
A steal by Sargent. She got it to Burns on the save, and Burns with the finish. That's the kind of hustle plays you want to see with a 49-13 lead. Here comes Lavelle with it for the Vikings. High dribble, no call there. They bounce it inside. Daly surrounded. Doesn't realize she's open. Now she puts it up and in. 49-15. Cardinals backed off. There's Schultz on a breakaway. And they're going to get her on a travel. She did all the right things there. Kind of needed to take that half-step dribble, really. But here comes some substitutions for the Cardinals. Kenzie Horn, Chesney Brown, and Brecklin Sargent in the ball game.
One of the hardest things, Scott, is when you're on the opposite side, especially in transition, the anxiety goes up a little bit, you get anxious, but on the opposite side of your shooting hand, I mean, that's a little tough shot, especially on the run.
Shot missing by Lavelle that time, but a putback by Daly, and she was fouled. She's got 8 of the 17 here for the Lady Vikings, and she showed the ability to finish. Shot, a free throw missing. It'll go back to the Cardinals. It didn't touch anything. And supporting the Webb City Cardinals is Webb City Florist and Greenhouse. They also offer flower bouquets for all occasions, birthdays, anniversaries, and funerals. Find out more at Webb City Florist and Greenhouse. Call 673-3780. Chesney Brown with 2 more. She's got 8 off the bench. 51-17, the Cardinals lead it. Giles had it knocked away. Chesney Brown with the loose ball. Up ahead, Brecklin Sargent fakes, now puts it in. She got Lavelle to just hesitate on the defensive side of things there.
It's just how you said, that little half dribble, that quick power dribble to go up and use your body control to get the little defender away and lay it off the glass.
Silva guarded by Horn. They kick it out, and shot missing that time. Up the floor off the rebound was Abby Sargent. Chesney Brown fakes, but Giles back there. Now she has it stolen inside to Kenzie Horn for 2. Good to see her get on the board. 55-17, the Cardinals lead with 2:05 left here in the third. Silva with the basketball, fighting over the screen. On the switch, Brown. Now Giles puts a 3 up, no good. Abby Sargent chases it down as Burns to her right. She'll bounce past it, Burns up and in, and fouled. And Burns now in double figures. She's got 13. Giles will check out. Checking in is Nevaeh Casper. We'll tell you that you can download the Caneo iPhone or Android phone app at caneo.org. The Caneo iPhone and Android phone apps are sponsored by the Webb City Booster Club. 58-17, the Cardinals lead. Silva had it knocked away and then tried a little soccer move there, and not allowed to kick that to your teammate. Although my son Justin would have been proud. Burns has it in the corner. Back to Abby Sargent for 3 from the right wing, no good. Rebound Chesney Brown, put back no good. Burns with a putback, no good. And knocked out of bounds by the Cardinals. Will, how about the persistence at least? Give them A for that.
Oh, yeah, I give him an A. And no shocker, Chesney Brown came up with one of them.
Like to see the finish as well. Silva had it ripped away and knocked out of bounds by Addie Burns. Minute 14 left. It'll be baseline out of bounds for the Vikings. Silva to throw it in. In the corner they go. Cut off there was Haynes. Now cross court, and shot by Casper, no good. Abby Sargent with the rebound. Up ahead to Burns, looks for Brown down low, kicks it out to Horn. She wants a 3. It's good! Like how she took the 2 dribbles to back it out and get her shot.
I mean, that's her shot. As we've seen, she's a spot-up shooter, so that corner right there was perfect for Horn.
5 points for Kenzie Horn. Here comes Lavelle. Shot blocked by Brecklin Sargent. Up the floor to Addie Burns. She'll have to save it into Brown, and she puts it in. That's why you run the floor, because had Burns been by herself, it would have just gone back to the Vikings, but two other Cardinals following down the floor in transition. Cardinals 63-17, 15 seconds left in the third. And they'll call a walk on Haynes. Abby Sargent brings it up the floor for the final 10 seconds. Looking for one shot here, 6. Brown got to put it up. She'll put it up with the left hand. Fouled, no good. She'll go to the free throw line. Some of our sponsors include Freeman Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, Burpo Family Chiropractic, Arvest Wealth Management, Snodgrass Collision Center, Reeves Tire and Automotive, Papa John's Pizza of Webb City, Who Hot Mongolian Grill, Price Family Insurance and Financial Services, Big Nickel, ProLube Maintenance Center, Madison Pet Clinic, Roderick Insurance Agency, Baker Davis Roderick CPAs. Second free throw coming for Chesney Brown. Off the back iron, gets her own rebound, needs to get it up. There's Sargent for 3. And at the end of 3, it's your Webb City Cardinals 64, Parkview Lady Vikings 17. Back with fourth quarter action after this. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Reeves Tire and Automotive knows cars are how you navigate through your busy lives.
Professionals will ensure your car is reliable to get you and your family to your destination. We provide competitive pricing and quality work on tires, wheels, oil changes, brakes, suspensions, alignments, and vehicle maintenance, all necessary to ensure your vehicle is ready to go. Family owned and operated for over 39 years, you will receive friendly, honest service, so get rolling with Reeves Tire in Joplin, Webb City, and Carthage.
Welcome back to the Cardinal Dome. Scott Boudreau along with Dimitri Lloyd, Will Hedrick, Daniel Moore running things back at our studio, and 64-17 lead, and chance for Coach Grant Barrett to go that much deeper, get some other Lady Cardinals some experience as we start the fourth here. Dimitri Lloyd, take it away.
And the biggest thing to notice is Keith is still out there as well. So Coach Barrett is showing Keith that he still believes in her. He thinks of her as a leader, and now it's her time to lead. No matter the score, put your head down and go work. And Will, what do you want to see the biggest thing from the Lady Cardinals right here?
Well, I just want to see these, mostly JV players go out and just give it their all. I mean, this is their opportunity to make an impression and maybe get themselves a starting spot next year.
Giles on the left side. Pump fake. Shot goes up on the left. No good. Rebounded by Shoemaker. Over to Keith on the left side. Keith will bring it up for the Lady Cardinals. Fires it into Packer on the right side. Her shot's no good. Rebounded by the Lady Vikings. And they'll get Shoemaker on the blocking foul. Scott on that one, it's just like at the halftime report, Coach Barrett said, they're missing too many of those easy shots.
Yeah, Packard tried to just go straight off the pass that time. May have had an opportunity to come down first. Had traffic there ahead of her.
Haynes dribbling around, finds Giles. Tied up. They'll get Sinclair and Giles on the jump, and it'll be Lady Cardinal ball.
So Packard, Sinclair, Kylie Sargent, and Shoemake, along with Whitley Keith for the Cardinals.
Keith will take it up the floor for the Cardinals. Lady Vikings still in a little bit of a 3-2, 1-2-2 zone. Into Sargent, over to Sinclair on the right side. Her shot goes up, no good. And they'll get D.D. Daly on the foul and send Sinclair to the line for 2 shots. Will, and as we've been talking about, as you've been seeing with Chesney Brown and Burns, and that high post area for a zone is killer, but more importantly, the soft spots as well. If you can get those off-ball movements, and that's going to be money and set up easy shots.
Yeah, we know off-ball movement. Girls and the boys recently, they did a good job up in Willard with that off-ball movement, especially against zone. So, Coach Barrett knows what he's doing. He knows how to work those zones, and the girls also catching on to it as well.
Turbo clock here in effect. Cardinals leading 65-18.
Both Sinclair's free throws are good. Silva will bring it up for the Lady Vikings. Closely guarded by Packard. She's at the top. Throws into Giles in the high post. Tied up by Sinclair. Jump ball. And they'll give it back to the Lady Vikings.
Well, Sinclair, we know she has a little bit of varsity experience. And you can see she is not taking this time lightly either. Going in and getting
one more freshman in the ball game, Cammie Rabel, in there now.
It'll be exciting to see what she does. Lady Vikings throw it in to Giles. Giles' floater is up and good. Lady Cardinals will bring it up. Packard at the point. Packard skips the pass over in the corner. Ball's a little bit loose. Packard has it on the left wing. Her three-pointer goes up. Front rim, no good. Rebounded by Giles. Ball's loose again. Giles has it in the front court, dribbling around in the high post, closely guarded. Her shot goes up and fouled. On that one, Scott, even from here, it's a little bit confusing who had the ball, but offensively, what do you want to see more from the Lady Cardinals here in the fourth quarter?
Well, again, we talked about this with the starters, but the passes need to be crisp, and I thought it was a good shot by Packard. She had the open three, knew the challenge was coming from the defense, so she put it up. It was on the right trajectory, and you want to just take good shots and understand where your teammates are going to be so you can get in the good passes. And then you still got to look for the transition opportunities.
Giles' first shot was good. Second shot, no good. Poked away by Lady Vikings and remain Lady Cardinal ball. Will, on this offensive possession, what's the most important thing that the Lady Cardinals need to do right now against this 3-2 zone?
Well, I think they need to stay patient. You know, oftentimes when JV players get into big moments like these, they might get panicked. They might rush some things. But I think you just need to calm down and trust your play calls. There's Sargent missed layup. But yeah, just stay calm. Don't let the big moment overtake you.
100%. Lady Vikings dribble all the way down the court and get the and one. That was number 31, Nevaeh Casper, and they'll get Packard for the block. And with 3:50 left to go in the fourth, turbo clock, as Scott says, rolling 66-22. Lady Cardinals are up.
Well, we see, talking about Packard, I like the interior pass she made. They didn't get the finish, but it was the right pass.
Oh, 100%, and the ball movement as well was perfect. They just need to get just a cleaner shot, and on that time they get the offensive rebound like they did. Rabel gets tied up with Harris, and it'll be Lady Cardinal ball. To sub in for the Lady Vikings, it'll be number 10, Dee Dee Daly. She'll come in for Giles.
Our other sponsors include Missouri Southern State University, Webb City Booster Club, Dairy Queen of Webb City, Express RX in Webb City, Body and Soul Transformation, Nick Meyer CPA, and Crowder College.
Sinclair's shot was no good. Silva up top to set up the offense for the Lady Vikings. Shaw on the left wing is up, no good. Rebounded by Daly. Tied up again by Sinclair. Big jump ball, and it should be Lady Viking ball. Will, I mean, that's probably the second or third jump ball we've seen from Sinclair or Sargent. And what's been most impressive defensively about the two?
Well, they're bigger body. They're not afraid. They're not afraid to go up and try and get the ball. You always like to see that.
Daly shot from the high post, no good off the front rim. Rebounded by Shoemake. Tipped away, gets it back, and they'll say foul on Daly. Lady Cardinals will remain the ball still in the backcourt.
Clock still running at 2:20 now with this turbo clock. 66-22, the Cardinals lead.
Lady Vikings sub in Giles again for Daly. Sinclair over in the left corner, dribbles up to the wing, skip past the Shoemake up top. She has it. Into the high post for Sargent. Pump fake by Rabel. She goes around the right side. No good. Gets her own rebound. Off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Giles. Ball's loose. And they'll say Lady Cardinal ball. And Scott, that was a great look. Great move by Rabel. And what's next? I mean, she's a freshman. She's young. And as Will said, it's a big moment for her. But what's next for her in the varsity and JV steps?
Well, she's just going to develop that dribble drive that she attempted that time. Now Shoemake fouled, but she's got all the capabilities of being a good inside player down the road. We'll see how much she grows, but also just become a good finisher as well in transition.
Sinclair on the left side off the inbound over to Packard up top. Three-pointer goes up off the rim, no good. Shoemake battles for it, tipped away, and they'll say off Shoemake and Lady Viking ball. Will, with the minute left, what's the most important thing just for both teams as well, whether you're up a lot or down a lot?
Well, you got to go out with pride. The Cardinals, who handled the Vikings pretty easily. You know, they're proud of what they did, but you still got a lot of things to focus on. And Vikings, of course, who didn't have the greatest season, you know, they still proud to, you know, show up every day and work hard.
Sinclair on the right. Bounce pass into Packard off the left glass is good.
The unselfishness is carried over from those starters to these younger players. You see it right there.
And it helps that all the coaches are on the same page, all the players are on the same page, but that shows a lot about the depth. There's no drop-off from JV to varsity, or whether it's ones and twos as well. Ball's tipped around. Lady Vikings recover it. Casper up top, dribbled around, closely guarded by Sinclair. 10 seconds left to play. Into the low block. Silva gets it off the right shot, off the glass, and good. And they'll get Packard again, probably for the block and foul, Scott, and that'll be the rest of the ball game. And Silva will shoot her final free throws, and Lady Cardinals will take the win.
I don't think you shoot the free throw once the turbo's gone. They're going to give her the one shot. She was awarded the and one here, so Silva with the final shot of the night. And it rolls in on our final. Cardinals win it 68-25. We'll come back with our post-game show brought to you by Price Family Insurance and Financial Services and Crowder College. Back in 2 minutes. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Burpo Family Chiropractic is not just a place for adults, but for kids as well. From birth to geriatrics, Dr. Haley Burpo has the skills and knowledge to help patients of any age. Dr. Burpo is committed to taking time with her patients to go above and beyond to find the source of pain. To schedule an appointment, call 417-673-5555. Burpo Family Chiropractic, once a Cardinal, now treating Cardinals. More information in names and numbers.
Cure those school night blues and save money at the same time. That's right! Bring the whole family to Who Hot Mongolian Grill in Joplin every Tuesday from 4 p.m. to close, and kids 10 and under eat free with a purchase of an adult grill meal. Enjoy all you can eat on a selection of fresh vegetables, plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Who Hot's mouth-watering signature sauces. Who Hot Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Rangeline Road in Joplin.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized, and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Oh, welcome back, Cardinal fans. Your post-game report is sponsored by Price Family Insurance and Family Services in Crowder College. Here with Coach Barron of the Lady Cardinals. And Coach Barron, what was your just kind of overall thoughts of the game and how it went today?
I thought that defensively, like, we got to set our tone early on as far as what we wanted to get done. And we got to play two or three of our defenses. So we got to practice several of the things that we work on daily. But I thought our defensive effort was really good tonight. So.
Oh, 100%. And we saw a little bit of, as you said, you got to empty the bench a little bit, get about some of the freshmen in JV. And what was the biggest thing you saw from them that was kind of just hopeful and kind of what you want to build on going into Ozark for the next game?
Oh, on part of that is playing with confidence, you know, no matter on who it is. It's a Class 5 school, and they're in our district, so it was an important game for us, and we seed our district next Monday. So, you know, and for those that have seen us play, you know, and we're a fairly young team, and like we start 4 sophomores, but we're playing 3 freshmen and another sophomore off the bench. So It's just the more experience that they get in different situations, the better that they're going to feel when the moment is big. So.
And you mentioned the experience. What about the leadership? We saw in the fourth quarter you kept Keith out there. You have leadership from Sargent, but as you said, you're starting 4 sophomores. I mean, they got the experience, but they're young. Yes, so what is kind of the messages day in and day out, especially at practice and in the offseason as well, for them to keep up kind of that maturity and leadership season in and season out?
We talked about it this morning, like we've never achieved. Like we've done some really good things in our first year together. But it's just, in my mind, it's scratching the surface of what we want to get done. And the girls are starting to understand that as well, too, And 3 of them freshmen have played it, or sophomores have played as freshmen, so they got experience in that regard. But with the loss of Kira, and only having the one senior, and some of those sophomores are stepping up and taking some leadership roles vocally and through their play right now. So it's a big thing for us.
Well, Coach, speaking of Kira, we've seen her still coming to the games. How big of a leadership role is she still playing, even injured, coming to games, coming to practice?
Well, you saw her down there with a clipboard, so I gave her a full regard to if she wants to pull a kid aside and talk to him, if she needs to. If she's seen some things that I'm not seeing, I told her I want to get your rundown after practice and after games of what she thinks as well. So, but she's doing awesome in that different role. It's not the role she wants, but it's the role that she has right now and to help our team.
100%. And good luck going into Ozark for the next game, and congrats on the win, and keep on pushing them. And thank you so much for coming up here and let us give you a little, what do they call it, interrogation after post game. But good luck on the rest of the season and keep working.
I appreciate it, and thank you guys so much for the coverage.
Of course. And in 1 minute, we'll get ready to go to the boys game, but for now, we'll send it off to quick little timeout break here, and we'll send it off to back at our studios and get ready for this boys game here on Webb City in the Cardinal Dome and KNEO and Cardinal Sports Network.
So Maggie, just to be clear, this personalized RVest blueprint tells us literally when we can retire with a plan to get there?
Yep.
Whoa, that's
helpful.
Very helpful.
Retirement planning made easy. RVest Wealth Management. Ready to help.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
So Maggie, just to be clear, this personalized RVest blueprint tells us literally when we can retire with a plan to get there?
Yep.
Whoa, that's
helpful.
Very helpful.
Retirement planning made easy. RVest Wealth Management. Ready to help.
To the action, our countdown to tip-off brought to you by Burpo Family Chiropractic, Express RX in Webb City, and Who Hot Mongolian Grill as the Parkview Vikings come to show their wares here tonight, and this has district implications all the way around. The Cardinals 12-10, the Parkview Vikings 12-10, and they're neck and neck in terms of teams they've beat. So this will be an important win for the Cardinals, may give them a leg up in district standings, guys, and just an important an important win if you can get it because of what it means about how you're playing.
And we were just talking about it, Will and I both. I mean, they got some size, they got some length down low. They got about 6'6", 6'4", a couple of 6'2" cats as well. So when you play these longer and athletic teams from the Springfield area and all that kind of stuff, it gets exciting. And as you said, it's district implications. So whether they win here or lose here, they may see these guys up there in Willard again, and that'd be fun as well. And I know that'd be fun for Coach Horn to get a little bit of revenge. But it's just going to be a good game for guys like Riggs and Holden, Johnson, and some of those younger forwards as well to kind of get a little physical here tonight and see how much the refs let you play and really go get those hustle and energy points that Will always talks about. Diving on the ground, stealing the ball, getting those tough rebounds tonight.
And we'll go ahead and take a 3-minute timeout, and we'll come back and hear from head coach Jason Horn after this. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.